Hi, wealthy bosses. You asked for it, and here it is, a full 1 hour cardio bar workout. Hi, my name is Mariah. Welcome to Wealthy Boss. Twice a month, I bring you new bar, Pilates, and yoga workout videos. If you're new to my channel, please go ahead and hit subscribe if you like that type of thing. Today's workout, we don't need any equipment, just your body. Quick note, we are going to be doing some plyometrics today, some little HIIT bursts where there is a tiny bit of impact to the joints. I do have other cardio bar workouts that keep your feet on the ground if you prefer that, but today we're going to get such an amazing burn. You ready? Let's do it.
All right, let's get started. We're going to take our feet a little bit wider than hip width distance for our warm-up sumo squats. So we have our feet parallel, slightly wider as we take it down and up, down and up. So we're easing into getting this cardio party started. We are finding whatever range of motion works for your body at the moment, knowing that the more we get the heart rate elevated, the warmer the body gets, the deeper we can safely go into our full range of motion. Nice. Very good. And don't worry, the warm-up itself is for sure work. We're going to be burning calories during the warm-up. We're going to be challenging our balance. We're going to be strengthening those muscles. Very nice. Can you make sure you can see the fronts of your shins at the bottom of that sumo squat? If not, just scoot your knees a little further behind you. See if that makes a difference. There we go. All right, so hands are going to come to hips, and we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to take it out to a plie. Yep, so there's that plie, and then feet come back for a sumo squat. So it's a plie into a sumo squat. Only difference is that the toes are turning out a little bit for the plie, which is going to automatically draw those shoulders back over the hips. You got it. Whew. Good morning, lower body. Good morning, heart rate. Yes. All right, now the next time you take your toes forward for that sumo squat, I'd like you to pause here. Keeping those feet nice and wide, we're going to take it into a wide leg forward fold. Right hand comes under the chin as you lift left fingertips up to the ceiling. Take the hips back towards the center. You got it. And then we'll take that nice little stretch on the other side. That feels so good. Watch those hips. Make sure they stay centered if possible. And then both hands are going to reach for the ground if it's available as you shift the weight side to side. Side to side. You got it. So we're keeping those toes forward for this one. Yes. And then next time the hips come center, we're going to bend into the knees. It's back into that sumo squat, and we open right back out to that plie. Sumo squat into the plie, so just pivoting toes in and out. We're warming up the hips by changing the positioning of the toes. Very good. Hopefully you're starting to feel a little bit sweaty. There's plenty more where that came from today. Awesome. Now we're going to hold that plie just down and up, down and up. This is not the last time you're going to see a plie today, let me tell ya. So this is just our practice run. Perfect. Now from here, we're going to add a little bit of motion. So we're going to step out to the side for the plie, take hands overhead as we step together, and then we take it over to the other side together. So just a little traveling plie. Warming up the range of motion in the arms. Because we're not using any equipment today, we're just using our body as equipment. We'll be working upper body and lower body pretty much separately today. So we'll save that upper body for the end, and lots of body supported work today. So nice. Let's do one more in each direction. We'll meet in the center, and then we're going to take it right into a curtsy lunge. So sweep right leg behind left, And then we take it over to a leg lift. So sweep it down and up, down and up. You got it. So that back leg is stepping behind the front leg. Yep. A little shift of the weight to get that leg lift. We always want to challenge our balance in every barre class that we do. It's so important for us, keeping us safe and healthy and out of the hospital every year that we get older. We don't want to wait until it's too late to practice that balance. You got it. Now you know whatever we do on one side, of course, it only makes sense that we do on the other. So let's go ahead and take left leg behind right. It's a little curtsy lunge, add that leg lift, you got it. So many of the exercises that we're doing here in our warm-up, you will see again in the body of the workout. So the main kind of heart and soul of the standing section in our workout. The difference is, as we move into the main body of the workout, we'll be finding ways to change up that movement pattern so that we can experience what we call muscular endurance. So we'll find ways to repeat or just slightly tweak the same exercise that we stay in for such a long, lovely time. But by changing the way that we approach that movement pattern every 12, 18 reps or so, we're gonna make sure that we keep those joints healthy. So it's all about helping our bodies move better outside of our workouts. Let's do 2 more of those curtsy to leg lifts. Very nice. Have you moved to a chaturanga push-up? So instead of the elbows coming out to the side, they're gonna sweep behind you, and you are more than welcome to have your knees on the ground. We're gonna lower down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Ideally, hips and chest are pressing down at the same time. Big inhale here, and then exhale, powerful 1 count back up. Let's do that again. So we shift the weight forward. Really hug your elbows in. You want to feel the insides of your elbows against your ribs for 4, 3, 2, 1, and then back up. Nice 1 big movement. We'll do that 1 more time. It's down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back up. Fantastic. Let's take the hips up for a down dog. That should feel nice. Bend 1 knee and then the other, and then we're going to take it down to all 4s. So hands and knees. We're going to start to ease that heart rate down a little bit more now, but we still got a little bit more core work to do. We're going to extend the right knee out, and the left arm, they're going to reach forward, try to tap in front of the right arm, and then reach behind you. You don't have to touch hand to foot, but see if you could. So deep rotation here, working transverse plane of motion, trying to tap towards the knee, doesn't have to touch. And then behind you, try to tap towards the foot again, doesn't have to touch. Let's do 1 more. Exhale as you reach. Inhale, and we'll take it to the other side. So you're kind of shifting the weight forward and back just a touch as you do that. So chest comes a few inches forward as you reach for the knee, a few inches behind you. Make sure to keep belly pulling away from the ground as you reach the leg behind you so that we are not arching in the back. Let's do 1 more. Fantastic. Plant the hands, tuck the toes, reach the hips high to down dog. Right leg's gonna rise on the inhale. Exhale, knee to nose. You're gonna come back to that 3-legged dog in the inhale. This time it's right elbow to right. Right knee to right elbow. I knew I'd get those words out eventually. And reach it back up. Reach across the body now, right knee towards left elbow. Reach it back high, and we'll do the other side. Left leg lifts on the inhale, knee to nose, back to 3-legged dog, left knee to left elbow. 3-legged dog in the inhale. Last time, wrap it around the body. Inhale back up, take it down. We're going to roll over onto one side for our forearm plank. And then we're going to take it all the way over to our wall or bar, somewhere where you can just hold on for balance. We're going to be starting the standing series with a single leg squat. So I suggest you have something, even a chair or couch next to you to hold on to for balance. We are gonna lift one leg up just a little bit. I suggest having it in front of you rather than behind you. And we start with a little single leg squat. You got it. So finding your full range down all the way up. Full range down all the way up. Now, when we think about working one leg at a time, it's important to remember that essentially the leg is doing double duty. It's lifting twice as much as it normally would. So we just take care to choose an appropriate end range of motion that works for that single leg. You want to make sure your knee is okay with this. Could you make sure, please, that you're sending your weight back towards the wall behind you so that we keep that knee happy and healthy? Very good. Down and up. We breathe on. Inhale as we lower, exhale as we rise. Very good. Let's find 4 more of these bad boys. Here's 2. Here's 1. Now we're going to take it back to the lowest portion of this squat. So find the lowest range you can go. It's still happy on your knees. We're going to lift up halfway, and then we take it down only an inch. Lift an inch, and then back to what I call the basement of the squat. So we lift up halfway only, and then it's a lower 1 inch. Lift 1 inch, take it all the way down. So it's a halfway rise, 1 inch dip, 1 inch lift, take it back home. Halfway up, 1 inch down, 1 inch up. Is this starting to burn? Oh yeah, that's where the good stuff happens. We're finding muscular endurance. Just alternating that half range, that bottom half with a little 1 inch pulse. How about 1 more of those? And then we're going to take it back to the lower portion. So find that end range, basement of your squat. We're going to maybe try taking our hands to our heart. Little standing balance challenge here. We still have a deep bend in that knee. You got it. Now from here, take the lifted leg, keeping a bend in the front knee. We're going to add a little fire hydrant here. Little reach out to the side and return. A little reach out to the side and return. Here's 2. Here's 1. Now we step away from the wall and we come into our HIIT portion. And we're going to take some high knees for this one. High knees. So find a little rhythm that works for you. These don't have to be super pretty. We're just trying to get that heart rate up now. So we move away from the focus of muscular strength here and muscular endurance. And now we just try to get that heart rate up. You got it. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, could you do me a favor? Could you flip around so you can grab a hold of the wall or the chair, whatever you got going on, and we're going to repeat that on the other side. So we're starting with a single leg squat. We take it all the way down and all the way up. All the way down, all the way up. It's inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Now watch your posture here as we get tired. We want to make sure that we're still aware of that nice dancer's posture, shoulders away from ears, belly buttons hugging in towards spine just a little bit to keep that spine flat, even though we're hinged forward just a little bit. That's just right. Very good. How about 2 more full range, and then we're going to take that little combo. It's halfway up, and then only 1 inch down, 1 inch up, take it back down. Halfway up, little dip down, little dip up, take it back to the basement. It's a halfway rise, 1 inch down, 1 inch up, take it back home. Halfway up, 1 inch down, 1 inch up. You got a little more in you? I think you do. Good. Just finding your own rhythm here. Maybe 1 more of these. All right, standing balance next. So maybe arms move away, maybe hands to chest. Nice deep inhales and exhales. It's a great time to check in with that breathing again if you've lost that. Steady deep breath. Alrighty, from here, knee comes out to the side and in. Side and in. Have I told you how good you look doing this? I can tell. I can just tell you look so good. Here's 2. Here's 1, and then let's up the ante for that cardio burst. Give me some high knees. Oh yeah. March it out. Yes, you can. Little push here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Amazing. Let's just walk that out for a second. It's important that you stay hydrated, so I'm going to keep my water bottle next to me. I'll be grabbing a sip here and there, so make sure that you do the same as well. All right, we are ready to move on to our plies. Again, you can have something next to you if you'd like. Otherwise, you're just going to take the arms out to the side as you take it down to full range. Come back up. Down for full range. Come back up. We're going to do 2 more like that, and then we're going to mix it up. All right, the next time down, we're going to go down for a count of 3, 2, 1, up quick. It's down, 2, 1, up quick. It's down, 2, 1, up quick. Last time, 2, 1, up quick. Now it's down, up, 2, 1. It's down and up, 2, 1. It's down and up, 2, 1. Last time like this, 2, 1. Take it all the way up, and now we're going to go halfway down, all the way up. So this one feels a little bit nicer since we get to fully straighten those legs. That feels like a treat. The reason we're doing that is because we've got a lot more to go still here in this shape. So we're going to give ourselves just a tiny little bit of recovery here. An active recovery, you might say. All right, how we doing? You ready for more? I think you are. Let's do it together. It's the lower half now, and we lift up halfway. Inhale all the way down. It's only a partial rise. So half range may look somewhere in the neighborhood of 6 to 8 inches for you based on what your full range is, but everyone's going to look a little bit unique in this. The main thing that I care about is that the knees are tracking away from each other. Resist that temptation to let them cave in towards each other and cover up the toes. We want to be able to see the toes from the inside of the knees if you take that quick peek. Otherwise, once you've taken that quick peek down, I'd like your gaze to be right back up here at me so we can keep the shoulders over the hips, back of the neck long. So good. All right, here we go. We're going to find our lowest portion of our plie. Arms are going to reach up overhead. Drop the shoulders away from the ears for me. And then as you pulse up 1 inch, we're going to lift the right heel and then lower the heel as you come back down. Next time you pulse up, the left heel lifts. Take it back down. Very nice. Let's keep checking in with the posture here. We're looking like a little ballerina or ballet for my ballet dancer, ballet for my gents, ballet dude maybe for my gents. You got it. Fantastic. How about 1 more in each direction? Let's pause here. We're going to take the arms out like little goalposts. We still keep a deep bend in the knees. The legs are going to stay as they are as we reach it over to a side bend and center and reach and center. It's inhale as we reach, exhale as we rise. Are you feeling a little something, something in the side of your waist? I hope so. Nice lateral flexion with the spine, strengthening into the obliques. How about 1 more each direction? Very nice. Hands come to thighs next. We just shift it side to side. Feels kind of good, but we're still getting a little bit more strength. And you know, because this is a cardio bar class, that we're going to include that little HIIT burst at the end of every series today. Today we're going for the plyometrics. I do have other cardio bar classes in which we don't necessarily have our feet leave the ground, or I give you different options to keep your feet on the ground. So if at any point you feel like the plyo is not a great option for you, no worries. Just know I have other cardio bar classes in which we keep our feet on the ground, or at least have your option. All right, but if you're gonna take that plyo option today, we're gonna give it some jumping jacks next. So good old-fashioned jumping jacks, blending a little ballet with some old-fashioned recess. Yes. Or maybe PE class from 2nd grade. Everyone loves a good jumping jack, right? Fantastic, keep it going. One of my favorite things about cardio is that it gives you that instant mood lift, right? Those endorphins just start flooding into your brain, putting you into that good mood. Let's do 10 more seconds. I know you can. These don't have to be big, just make it work for you. Here's 2, here's 1, and let's march it out. Very, very good. I am so proud of you. March it out, grab water, towel off. Whatever you need to do, just stay with me here. We're gonna feel so amazing at the end of this. All right, it is time for our lunges next. I'm going to turn this direction so you can see the lunges from the side. We're going to plant one foot behind us, so both knees bend for this one. Hands are going to just rest nicely on the hips, and it's down and up, down and up. Could you make sure, please, that when you're bending that front knee, it stays right above the ankle? And the way that we ensure that is that we have that forward foot far enough forward that the knee is not coming over the toes. You got it. Remember, it's an inhale down, exhale up. Now you choose your end range of motion. If you're getting fatigued here, that totally makes sense. We're working crazy hard. So find an end range of motion that works for you. Very good. Pace yourself. You want to make sure that you're challenging yourself, but that you feel good enough about what's going on that you want to do it again someday. Very nice. Now this time we're going to go halfway up, pause midway, give me a little wave right, a little wave left, and then take it back down. So it's halfway up, legs stay where they are, it's little wave right, little wave left, take it back down. So just having a little fun with this, right? Why not? Bar should be fun. It doesn't have to be so serious. Yes, very good. I promise the more fun you have with it, the less it hurts. Very good. So it's a little halfway, static hold as you wave right, wave left, take it center, and down, halfway up. Give me a little wave. There it is. And let's repeat. Yep. Oh my goodness. Last time, please. We're going to take those hands back to the hips now. Give me 1-inch pulses up and down, up and down. Are you in the lowest portion of your range? Remember, that's dictated by how happy your knees and joints are with the situation. Yep. Little rise, little rise. Let's try to avoid any bouncing here. It's slow and controlled. All right. For our shift here, we're going to straighten the back leg. Arms come overhead as we hinge forward with the waist. We're still keeping the belly active, shoulders down away from the ears. As we glide those fingertips forward towards the earth and then press back up, back leg stays straight. So taking it all the way back down. Oh my goodness. Reach it back up. Last time, please. All right. Hands are going to come to the hips and then being careful of the joints here. We don't want to go too fast. It's a little split jump, just right into a lunge on the other side, and then take it back. So we're just shifting the legs that are forward and back, like a little scissor lunge. We don't need to go terribly fast with this. I want you to be kind of careful with the landing here so we can stack those joints. Here's 2, 1, And let's go ahead and move right over to the other side. Yes, you can. Obviously, if you need to take a break anytime, that's totally your call. I'd rather you take breaks and finish the workout than feel like you don't want to finish. All right, it's down and up. Down and up. Checking in with the posture. Shoulders stay over the hips, please, so we stay nice and upright with the spine. I am so proud of you for doing this, for investing in your body, for investing in your state of mind. One of the best things you can do to stay in a good mood, move away from being reactive. Very good. Here's 3. Here's 2. Now hold at the bottom. We're going to shoot the arms up overhead as we lift up halfway with the legs. Give me a little light wave and a little wave to the other side, back to center, and it's all the way down. All right, halfway lift. We hold with the legs. Give me a little shimmy, shimmy with the arms and back. You got it. Let's keep this going. Again, dropping shoulders away from the ears. We don't need to add any stress around the trap muscles. Having some fun here. Maybe giving me a little smile. Yeah, you can smile when you do this. Last 2, just like this. Hands to hips now, and it's 1 inch lift, 1 inch lower. How slow can you make these pulses? This is not the cardio emphasis here. When we pulse, we take it so slow, so controlled. Oh my goodness, change is happening now. I can feel it. You can feel it. Very good. This time, arms reach up for the sky. We straighten the back leg. And then it's a nice flat back as we lower fingertips towards the earth. Reach it back up. Lower down in the inhale. Exhale, rise so strong. Last one here, please. And it's ready. We're ready now for that split lunge. So give me a little jumping, like a scissor lunge here. I'm just making up the name of this exercise. I'm sure there is a name, so if someone knows it, you can let me know in the comments below. But a little tip, most of us just make up exercise names. You got it. Very good. Let's keep it going. Being careful to stack the joints here. This is one we don't need to go super fast with. Oh, we are getting so many muscle fibers building up in our lower body right now. It's amazing for your metabolism, for strength. Here's 2, here's 1, and let's walk it out. Whew! We are sailing through this workout. We're over halfway. You're doing so, so good. And the heart rate, we just have a little bit more to go. Well, yeah, kind of a little bit more to go for the cardio aspect, and then we'll make sure to add some core and some upper body. All right, let's just not think about it. Let's just do one movement pattern at a time. We're gonna come next into our side lunge. So what I'd like you to do is stand nice and tall. We're gonna step wide into the mat, bending only into that outside knee. And then why not, let's add a little knee lift balance. So already starting with a little extra cardio just because this is such a big movement pattern. Yep. And again, we want to always make sure we're sneaking in some balance work as well. So important for keeping our bodies safe and healthy and functioning well outside of the class. Very good. Woo! Here's 4, 3, 2, and then on the next one, the foot is going to stay down on the ground. Hands come to hips, and it's halfway up, all the way down. Halfway up, all the way down. You got it. Now I'm going to give you a little breather, kind of. Again, it's all relative because we want to keep the body moving. After this bottom half, we're going to go back up to the top. So we get to do this in 3, 2, 1. We get to fully straighten the outside leg, which feels good, and then lower only halfway. Good. So we'll kind of keep the muscles working, but we get a little bit of a reset here for what's to come. Very nice. tell you what, the lower body is just maxing out today. We are getting so strong with the lower body, which is where some of the biggest muscles in your body live. So it's important to work those big muscles. We're also helping with the stabilizing muscles though, because of all the balance work that we're doing. So it's just like all the good things we're doing for our body at one time. All right, we're gonna move it into a pulse now. So we take it back to that lower range, and it's 1 inch up, 1 inch down, 1 inch up, 1 inch down. Checking in with the posture again. Notice if you're slouching, you don't want to feel any type of stress or strain in the low back. Here's 4, 3, 2, hold it low. Now we want to shift the weight all the way towards that bent knee so that the chest is right over the thigh. And then we're going to lift the opposite leg, a little abduction of the opposite leg, and tap. Oh yes, you can. Here's 4, here's 3, here's 2, 1. We shift the weight so both knees bend, and then here's what we're going to do for our cardio. It's going to be in, out, out, in, out, out. It's almost like a little boot camp drill here, or maybe like a football drill. I'm assuming. I feel like I've seen this as a football drill, but I certainly have never been to football practice. Personally, if you play football, you can let me know if this is a thing. Yes, a little dexterity, a little side-to-side action here. Keep it going. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Grab a sip of water if you need, and then we're going to move over to the other side of the mat so we can begin that full range lateral lunge into the standing knee lift. It's a little balance challenge here. Make sure you're sending your weight behind you so you can see the front of your shin at the bottom of that lateral lunge. Ah, this feels amazing. You're going to feel like a rock star when this is done. You're strengthening, you're sculpting your lower body here. You're building up endurance. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1, and then foot stays down, and it's halfway up, all the way down, halfway up, all the way down. Let's pace ourselves, but let's really focus here on keeping our form correct. Sometimes when we start to get fatigued, the form goes out the window. So I'd rather you kind of modify the range, but still have really stellar form, shoulders away from the ears, belly hugging in, knee over ankle, not over toes. And then let's fully straighten the leg. No complaints there. Halfway down we go. All the way back up, halfway down we go. Yes, you can. Digging deep here, surprising yourself with your strength. Here's 4, 3, 2, and our pulses are next. So hold at the bottom. It's 1 inch up, slow and controlled, like you're moving in slow motion. So nice. You're in total control here. You're in charge of those muscles. You're in charge of this movement. Yes. Looking for 3, 2, 1, and then remember the chest moves a little further over towards that bent leg, and it's a lift of the other leg and lower. Lift and lower. Why not? Amazing. Here's 2. Here's 1. Shift the weight back towards the center now, and it's in, out, out. In, out, out. Good. So finding a little rhythm here, maybe picking up the speed if you can. So good. You got it. Give me a little bit longer here, just a little more boost. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Amazing. Curtsy lunges are next. Hands to hips. We're going to take the right leg behind the left, and it's down, all the way down, all the way up, all the way down. Now only bring it halfway up. Let's do that again. It's all the way down, all the way up, all the way down, only halfway up. So we're alternating a full range with that bottom half. Good. So watch me if you're getting confused. We're going to go all the way down, all the way up, all the way down again, only halfway up. You got it. Back down, back up, back down, only halfway. Yes, you can. So we're challenging our brain a little bit here as well as our body. A little coordination never hurt anyone. Very good. And then next time that you come halfway, let's pause. We're going to take our arms in front of us now. We're going to lower back to our end range. And then arms are going to sweep out to the side as we pulse 1 inch up. And then sweep back forward as we pulse back down. Good. So arms are moving nice and wide. The legs are only moving 1 inch up, 1 inch down, 1 inch up, 1 inch down. Yep. Yes, you can. Here's 3, 2, 1. Pause here. A little raising the roof here with our arms as we hold with the legs. Why not? Just trying to have some fun. This is a super challenging workout today. I acknowledge that. So we want to just try to keep it as fun as possible. Give me a little attitude here with raising in the roof. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands come back to the hips, and then we shift from a curtsy lunge up into our attitude. So attitude, in this sense of the word, I actually mean from the ballet sense of attitude. So we take the knee straight behind us, being careful to pull belly in towards spine, avoid dumping into the back here. For 3, 2, plant that foot behind you again, and there's just a little pop for our cardio, just a little pop and pop and pop. You got it. Find a pace or rhythm that works for you. For 4, 3, 2, 1. We got the other side to do, folks. Let's sweep opposite leg behind us, and it's all the way down, all the way up, all the way down, halfway up. Do it again. Take it all low, take it high, take it low, halfway lift. Take it low, take it high, take it low, halfway. Keep it going. Watch me if you need to. And if you get it wrong, guess what? Nothing bad happens. You're still working those muscles. So nice. Yes, yes, yes. Last one here. Pause midway. Arms come out in front of us. Let's go down a little lower. And then as we lift 1 inch, sweep those arms out. Lower, arms come in. 1 inch up, 1 inch down, 1 inch up, 1 inch down. You got this. Yes. Pretend you're on stage here. And then legs stay still. Give me a little raise the roof. This feels so good. We could stay here all day, couldn't we? Oh, but we've got more work to do. Hands to hips, and we alternate curtsy lunge. Lift it up into that ballet attitude. Yep. So knees coming behind you rather than beside you for this one. So it's a little different from a fire hydrant. Belly hugs in to protect the back. For 3, 2, 1. We got those little cute curtsy lunge pops next. Very good. Little pop, little pop, little pop. Almost there. For 3, here's 2, and here's 1. March it out. I've got some good news for you. The next movement pattern that we do is going to allow the heart rate to come down just a bit. Now we do have a slight bit more cardio element with our core work, but we're gonna kind of sort of start to ease you down into a more moderate heart rate at least. How's that? So we're gonna, again, face a wall if you can, or a chair, or just something to help you find your balance if you need. We're gonna take the outside leg, point the toe, sweep it up and down, up and down. So we're squeezing from the side of the seat. It's important to try to keep the inside shoulder right or the inside hip as opposed to tipping towards the wall or tipping away from the leg that's lifted. That's going to ensure that we're working from the side of the seat, which is where we want to work. Getting into the gluteus medius and minimus to make sure we balance out all of the glute max work that we did and that we might do in other workouts. Keeping the knee joint healthy by having nice balanced muscles in the backside. Very good. Now, could you lift halfway up and then take it back down? Halfway up, take it back down. So in this case, the bottom half's a touch easier because we have less work against gravity to do. And then why not? Let's take it all the way up and then halfway down. We won't be here long. Yes. How about just 2 more? Give me a couple pulses. It's a lift, a lift, a lift, a lift. Circle one way, circle the other, and then let's spin around. We'll do it on the other side. All the way up, tap it down. A nice point of the toe helps you feel graceful here, helps your leg move a little bit more smoothly in one straight line. Standing up nice and tall. I care more about how tall you stand than about how high you get that leg. Now, could you go halfway up, little tap to the ground, halfway up, little tap. Because the side seat muscles are a little smaller, they fatigue a little faster. Plus, we're not always used to working them as much as we are used to working the backside. And here we go. Up high, halfway down. Take it high, halfway down. Remember to stand tall here. That's more important than how high you get that leg. Little pulses are next, slow and controlled. Just 2 more. And little circles one way, little circles the other. So good. All right, it is time to come onto our mat. We are going to get the upper body just as happy as the lower body now. And we'll keep that heart rate going just a little bit longer. We are going to alternate here a little push-up with, you got it, a burpee. I know, truth be told, I actually hate burpees too, but they're so good. So we're just gonna do a few of them. When you pop back to that plank, give me a little push-up. You can always take your knees down for the push-up, no big deal. Feet come in, reach it up. You got it, for sure. And if the full burpees are feeling a little too crazy for you after all that we just did, you're always welcome to step it in 1 foot at a time. You can even leave that jump out if you're just feeling like, no way, Jose. I don't blame you at all, so find any variation that works for you. You are a rock star. Very good. We just want to make sure the upper body doesn't get jealous of the lower body, right? Yes. Good. As we take that push-up, make sure you're pulling the belly away from the ground. So hips are high. Hips are low, belly's high. Very nice. And let's do 1 more. Here we go. Awesome. We are going to stay in a plank position now. So top of a push-up, crown of the head is reaching towards the top of the mat. And then we're going to alternate a runner's lunge. And so it's a little split runner's lunge. So it's kind of similar to that split lunge we did with our upright series, lunge series. But this one we just happen to have a little bit of extra body support from the shoulders and arms. You got it. So a little switch. And switch, and switch, and switch. So good. Whew. Just burning that heart rate out just a little bit more. So good to keep your heart healthy. These little intervals also lead to more post-exercise oxygen consumption, which is a mouthful, but it basically means your body's going to keep doing amazing things for you in terms of burning calories after we're done, but mostly it's about how you feel. Here's 2. Here's 1. Awesome. Moving more into some upper body strength work now. I'm going to have you move to a chaturanga push-up. So instead of the elbows coming out to the side, they're going to sweep behind you, and you are more than welcome to have your knees on the ground. We're gonna lower down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Ideally, hips and chest are pressing down at the same time. Big inhale here, and then exhale, powerful 1 count back up. Let's do that again. So we shift the weight forward. Really hug your elbows in. You want to feel the insides of your elbows against your ribs for 4, 3, 2, 1, and then back up. Nice 1 big movement. We'll do that one more time. It's down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back up quick. Fantastic. Let's take the hips up for a down dog. That should feel nice. Bend one knee and then the other. And then we're going to take it down to all 4. So hands and knees. We're going to start to ease that heart rate down a little bit more now, but we still got a little bit more core work to do. We're going to extend the right knee out and the left arm. They're going to reach forward, try to tap in front of the right arm. And then reach behind you. You don't have to touch hand to foot, but see if you could. So deep rotation here, working transverse plane of motion, trying to tap towards the knee, doesn't have to touch. And then behind you, try to tap towards the foot again, doesn't have to touch. Let's do one more. Exhale as you reach. Inhale, and we'll take it to the other side. So you're kind of shifting the weight forward and back just a touch as you do that. So chest comes a few inches forward as you reach for the knee, a few inches behind you. Make sure to keep belly pulling away from the ground as you reach the leg behind you so that we are not arching in the back. Let's do one more. Fantastic. Plant the hands, tuck the toes, reach the hips high to down dog. Right leg's going to rise on the inhale. Exhale, knee to nose. You're going to come back to that 3-legged dog in the inhale. This time it's right elbow to right. Right knee to right elbow. I knew I'd get those words out eventually. And reach it back up. Reach across the body now. Right knee towards left elbow. Reach it back high, and we'll do the other side. Left leg lifts on the inhale. Knee to nose. Back to 3-legged dog. Left knee to left elbow. 3-legged dog in the inhale. Last time, wrap it around the body. Inhale back up. Take it down. We're going to roll over onto one side for our forearm plank. Elbow right underneath the shoulder. Hips go high. If you wanted a little more, take the top leg up towards the sky and down. Take it up and down for 2, for 1. Fantastic. We're going to go ahead and lie on our back before we do the other side. Coming into our frog. So toes go wide, heels together. Glue the arch of the back down onto the mat, please, as you extend the legs on a diagonal and then take it back. Extend on the diagonal. Let's take it back. Very good. Here's 2, 1. Very good. This time we're going to flip over on the opposite side. So just do a little switcheroo. We're going to come onto that forearm plank on the other side, lifting those hips, opening collarbones away from each other. And then perhaps that top leg lifts and lowers. Lift and lower. You're doing so well. Almost there. Here's 3. Here's 2. 1, take it back down onto the back, please. We're going to bend into the knees, lifting hips high for a little bridge. And then from here, maybe taking the right leg into tabletop. So knee comes right over the hip, tap it down, left knee into tabletop, tap it down. The goal here is to keep the hips level as you do this. For 2. Here's 1. We come all the way onto the back, reaching the arms and legs out long. You're going to reach right arm towards left leg and then take it back. Opposite side. Now you could lift your head up off the mat because so many of us these days carry so much tension in the neck, I prefer to keep the back of my head on the ground. I'm just gonna pull my belly in a little tighter, use my breath a little deeper, and I'm gonna get just as much abdominal engagement that way as I would if I were taking my head off the mat, with no strain on the neck. Very good. Exhale as you reach. Inhale as you open. Here's 2. Here's 1. We're gonna finish with a roll up. So arms go long, legs go long. We're gonna try to glue the heels onto the mat. Now they're gonna slide back on the mat, but we're gonna try to prevent them from lifting up as we peel up, drawing belly towards spine, lifting fingertips up. And maybe you roll up all the way with no momentum, maybe you don't. So if you're finding that little sticking point where the chest just doesn't quite want to make it all the way up, then just go as high as you can and then come back down. There's no rule that says you have to make it all the way up. I would rather you go slow and avoid momentum and not come up all the way, because that means you're actually going to be working the muscles that we want to work. Let's do 2 more. Slow, 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 slow. Try to keep those feet down if you can. Deep exhale here as you lift and lower. And let's hug those knees into the chest. Rocking side to side. Pressing tailbone down. Let's rock and roll all the way up, and let's give ourselves a nice little cool down here. We're gonna go onto our bellies and then just lift those hips up, tucking the toes, finding pigeon pose. So taking right shin onto the ground underneath the body. The higher you take the heel towards the front of the mat, the more intensity you're gonna find in this stretch. The closer you take the heel towards the opposite hip, the more gentle it's gonna be. But this is intense. If this doesn't feel nice at all, you can always go on your back and take a figure 4 on your back. Easing down, let's try to orient those hips so that they're squared towards the mat underneath you. Easing into it here. Deep release in the piriformis. We worked the booty so hard. We want to be sure to stretch it and release it. Starting to feel the breath return to a calm, normal breath pattern. The heart rate starts to ease back down. Starting to calm down the mind as well. It took a lot of mental strength to exert ourselves physically. So now we start to just honor our bodies for what they were capable of doing today. Honoring that sense of discipline and control and effort. And now balancing that out with gratitude and a spirit of receiving. Easing down into it. Let's find 3 more deep breaths here. Very good. Let's shift the weight back into the hands and then just walk the foot over towards the outside of the hands. From here, we're going to allow the right knee to fall out to the side and then both hands come to the inside. Maybe we go onto forearms again. So we get a little external rotation. That should feel nice. Inviting more and more breath in, releasing any tension. Good. Let's return the sole of the foot to the earth. We're going to take a hand to either side of the leg and then just tick-tock back into some half splits. Let's shift that weight forward again. And then we'll toe heel that foot back. And we'll move into our pigeon on the other side. So noticing if one side's different than the other, that can totally be a thing. Honoring that. Trying to balance the body out as best we can. Releasing more and more with the muscles that we've been contracting so hard. trying to square those hips off towards the earth. Making this feel good, enjoying the release. And then shifting back into long arms. You're going to draw that foot to the outside of the hand. Allow the knee to fall open. Arch of the foot lifts away from the mat. And then sinking back down, deep hip opener. Letting the body cleanse the breath. And then returning the sole of the foot to the mat. Hands frame the foot as you press the hips back in your half splits. Toes reach up for the ceiling. And then shifting the weight forward. Hand comes to the inside as you toe heel back. Let's come all the way into your belly, lifting up into an upward facing dog. Lifting gaze, taking shoulders back. And then we'll finish in a child's pose.
Thank you so much for holding strong through this challenging workout. I am so proud of you. If you enjoyed this video, could you give it a little thumbs up? And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you are ready to take your healthy habits to the next level and get started on a 12-week wellness makeover. Quick word, today's workout is brought to you by my Boss Body System. Stay tuned to the end to learn a little bit more about it.
The Boss Body System is a 12-week healthy habit makeover to help you craft the body you want and the energy you crave in a way that's positive, achievable, and supports all the other things that are important to you in life, like your work and family. Summoning up willpower isn't enough. Overriding your unhealthy habits with positive ones requires two critical elements: a body positive mindset and a practical plan. The Boss Body System will give you both through easy to follow lessons as well as a 12-week fitness plan that's customized to you and your unique busy lifestyle, so you can be sure to follow through. Research tells us that a fit lifestyle will give us more energy and productivity for our work and families, not less. It's time to ditch the negative self-talk and excuses. Together, we can make over your wellness lifestyle from the inside out, setting you up for a lifetime of looking and feeling your best. Visit wealthybossmembers.com/Boss Body System to learn more.